everybody. So, yeah, just came in from outside. Had to let out the dogs and grab something out of my car there. Anyways, while I was outside, I had a package I forgot about. Yeah, so we'll do that as well as a bonus. We'll go through what is inside this little bag here. So, yeah. Alright, let's open up this bag here, this Amazon bag. So, first up, it is a book. So, I've been wanting this book for a while. Definitely starting to be a really big fan of him. So, here we have from author Brandon Sanderson, we've got Mistborn. Yeah, now I've heard really good things about this. Definitely like a sci-fi fantasy type of book, but definitely sounds very, very highly recommended, and it just sounds like it's going to be a really cool read. All right, so now let's get through the lunch bag. Am I right? So we got ourselves some Blu-rays and a couple of DVDs. So first up, let's get through the DVDs first. Now, mind you, these are not open, by the way, which is awesome. So here we have a couple of the old school snapper cases. So first off, we got, well, as you can tell, this is from Walmart from September of 2006. This was way back in their $5 bin days, I bet. So here we have the original Clash of the Titans. Yeah. I've never actually seen this. I know of it, but I do have the remake on DVD. I'm sorry, on Blu-ray. And then we have ourselves an absolute classic film from three of my favorite old school actors. Here we have Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall, and Edward G. Robinson, and Key Largo in the original Snapper case. Yeah. Such a great, great film. Definitely one of those classic film noir movies. If you have never watched a film noir, definitely check this one out. It's really, really good. Alright, now let's get through the Blu-rays here. So first up, now this one is very hard to find. I know it's going up in price. The funny thing is, I saw this at Goodwill today, and they wanted $20 for this. I kid you not. And I found it for $3. So here we have. The movie wasn't too good. Well, when it came out, everybody was like, eh. But the reason why I love this is because it's got one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard when it comes to metal, and on top of that, you have one of the best vocalists, in new metal at the time when this came out, to do some of the songs for the film. So here we have, unfortunately, her final performance. We've got Aaliyah and Stuart Townsend in Queen of the Damned on Blu-ray. Yeah. Now, if you can find this on Blu-ray, definitely grab it, because it is getting up there in collector prices. I don't know why, but it's awesome. And on top of that, you got Jonathan Davis in here, doing some songs, and of course Stuart Townsend is. Let's just say that the concert is the reason why I absolutely love this movie. The concert scene. All right. Then up next, here we have. Now, this movie I've heard of, but I've never gotten around to seeing it. And for some weird reason, I don't know why, it never dawned on me to actually hunt this thing down. But after finally realizing that the guy who directed this went on to direct not only two of the best film sequels ever made, but also one of the best Batman films of all time. Yeah. And mind you, this came out like right after Cloverleaf. Good Lord, Cloverfield. So here we have from director Matt Reeves. We've got Let Me In. Now this is the remake of I believe it's the Swedish film Let the Right One In. Now, here's a bit of interesting trivia, okay? So, let me see here if this is actually, yeah. So, one thing I did not know about this particular film is that I happened to look on the back, and if you look at that little tiny logo right there, I doubt you'll be able to see it. Good. This is a modern day, or shall I say, a modern era Hammer film. I did not realize that Hammer was still around. And I'm like, dude, sweet. Now I really have to watch this. Definitely have to check this out now because it looks so good from what I hear. And so there we go. And finally, even though it's kind of bent up a little bit, but I could not help myself. Definitely one of the coolest movies ever made. Sadly, I'll never find this again. I can guarantee you that. But here we have. Let's see. I think this is actually this is the German Steelbook edition of Drive. Yeah. As you can probably tell, it's a little bit beat up there, kind of banged up, but I really don't care because it is complete. I did not know this, but it actually came with a poster. Yeah. This is... Now, I don't know if this is just exclusive to this particular edition, but there we go. An exclusive poster to Drive. This is the... let's see here. Yeah, this is the German edition. And you don't see that hardly at all. That's actually really cool. And mind you, $3. Yeah. Definitely worth the $3 there on that one. Let's change it around here so we don't get the sides all damaged. So there we go. Alright, let's take a look at the artwork here. So, we've got, so it also comes with the Blu-ray, and, okay, that's kind of interesting. So, apparently it comes with 2 Blu-rays, or I think, hang on a minute. Okay, very weird. The version that I have here, okay, this is kind of weird. So, it says it comes with, my edition, says it comes with Blu-ray and DVD. So, when I pop her open here, okay, so there, right there, that is, of course, the German edition, because you can tell because of the number 18 in the red right there. And, of course, that says it's Region B locked, and it's on Blu-ray. So, I pop open the second disc here, and here we have the same film again, obviously. But, see the logo right there? Blu-ray. I wonder if this is the Sony edition, like the single Blu-ray disc edition. That's actually kind of interesting, that I have 2 Blu-rays inside this case here, which is very interesting. So I will definitely be checking that out, because now it's definitely worth $3. So, so there we go. Like I said, this movie is so good. Very, very underrated. Of course, I remember when it came out, I mean, there was so much hype around it that it was going to be like the next best, movie out there. It was one of those hidden gems. The soundtrack is amazing, by the way. Definitely loaded with 80s pop music, including, 2 of my favorite tracks, of course, on it. Night Call, and then Tick of the Clock, which is the 2 opening tracks of the movie during the first 10 minutes of the film. But definitely, though, it is more of a thriller, and it is not a Fast and Furious type of movie as some of the promotional material was making it out to be. It is a slow-driven movie, but it is so good that apparently there was a sequel written, book-wise. The author who wrote this wrote a sequel called Driven, and I hope someday that Nicholas Winding Refn, who directed this, and and Ryan Gosling. Please let those guys come back, Hollywood. Let them get the sequel made to this. Because it's been far too long. It's been over 10 years since this movie came out. And it's still one of the coolest movies of all time. So, let's go through the bonus material real quick. So here we have the trailer, making of, interview, Mint, cast and crew, which is Mint is with, and B-roll and featurettes, I Drive, Under the Hood, Driver and Irene, and Cut to the Chase. So it's kind of interesting how they mention on this that some of the different projects that each of the actors have been in. Of course, you got Ryan Gosling in here, of course, from Blue Valentine, Ides of March, Blade Runner. Carey Mulligan from Shame and Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, or Gildschlacht Nitch. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. Then we also have Albert Brooks from, Taxi Driver. Bryan Cranston, of course, from Breaking Bad and Total Recall. Then we got Ron Perlman, of course, from Sons of Anarchy, Hellboy, you name it. Directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, who also did a movie called Bronson, starring Tom Hardy. That movie you should watch. If you thought Tom Hardy was crazy as Bane, watch Bronson. That's where he kind of really got his beef for Bronson, really. As well as also check out Remp's trilogy, the Pusher trilogy. Definitely check those out. And so yeah, we will see what is all in here. But yeah, like I said, kind of interesting that I have a German, possibly / American, double region Blu-ray here for Drive. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to go on and on and on about it, but something I just happened to notice, and I'm like, that's actually kind of cool. $3 well spent on that one. So yeah. Okay, so with that, you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button down below, leave a comment, and with that, I'll see you next time. And I will also I'll provide links for all the films in here as well, including this specific edition, if I can find it. But, yeah, so with that, I'll see you later.